Today is a very special day. Today is the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Who was he? He was the second president of India. Dr. Radhakrishnan believed that teachers should be the best minds in the country. The question is that true in modern India? Today, teaching has become a profession of a compromised life. No one wants to become a teacher in India. No one dreams of becoming a teacher in India. I'm not a teacher, so don't wish me on Teachers' Day. It is an accident that I'm teaching you all today. It is pure luck that we met at this stage in life. After 18 months, once your cycle is over, I will dedicate myself to a different mission, possibly improving the political processes in India. Now, after I have achieved some success in infiltrating India's bureaucracy with well-formed mind, I would want to perhaps work with legislatures across states. I'm already in talks with a few organizations to ensure that right people occupy important political offices in this country. If you love my teaching style, it is not because I trained as a teacher. It is because I've experienced a very different facet of life in India and across the globe, be it in finance, management consulting, political consulting, international development. My experiences in the UN, Government of India, education in Ivy League universities shaped the way I impart learning. But the most important question is, how many Ivy League graduates actually want to become teachers? I feel ashamed to say this, that exactly 1 year ago, my monthly salary in Europe, PPP adjusted, was more than what a primary school teacher in India earns or will earn in next 5 to 10 years. Your salary structure is abysmal. Your profession is not prestigious. You don't have a professional growth. Today I can easily go back, join corporate ladder, perhaps lead one of those firms. Many of my friends in corporate sector can easily hop on to that life. But primary school teacher in India, can he or she do it? No, there is no professional growth. Because of that reason and many other reasons, the most important profession in India has now become one of the most compromised profession of our age. No one wants to become a teacher. You may think it's funny, but it's a very serious matter. If no one wants to become a teacher, who will then serve as a role model for a child, especially in that at a very impressionable age? The influence of a good teacher can be profound. It can be long-lasting. No, long-lasting is a wrong word. It can be life-lasting. Who is a good teacher? A good teacher is not someone who can wrap up your syllabus in time. Not someone who tells you how to succeed all the time in life. Compares first rankers with the last benchers. A good teacher is someone who also appreciates you when you fail. And that teacher will perhaps encourage you to fail often in life, because that is how you will grow. That teacher will teach you how to fight back in life, how to overcome those failures. Someone who will train you to have your own mental models, so that you may never need a forced mentoring in life. Why be dependent on someone? Getting into IFS or becoming management consultant in McKinsey, not the end. How you navigate that journey thereafter becomes very crucial. There are many IAS officers who are a burden to India, although they were toppers in their college, in their schools. How can we forget the case of Pooja Singhal, a topper in the IAS, one of the youngest IAS officer in India, now in jail. Teachers can inspire a generation to stand for values, ethics. They also question established norms. Henry Vivian DeRozio was one of those teachers. He is remembered even today, not for his teaching style, but for the impact he made in the Indian society at large, be it via Young Bengal movement or via inciting the flair for radical thinking. He was 22 when he died. That's it, 22. We still celebrate him, remember him, hundreds of years after his death. Today, India does not celebrate its teachers. We celebrate Teachers' Day but not teachers. And why should we celebrate them? There are quite a few who harass their students, mentally torture them. A country that truly celebrates its teachers is a country called Finland. The respect in that society is on par with professions like medicine or law, because they understand the impact of that profession. Finland is not alone. Singapore, Japan, these are other societies who respect that profession. And it is not a surprise that educational outcomes of these countries are often correlated with how they treat their teachers. Today we may say, but look at the fact there are Indians everywhere in the world, outshining in the world. But for that to happen, Sundar Pichai had to go to Stanford and Wharton. Satya Nadella had to go to Wharton. Indra Nooyi had to go to Yale. All their kids study in those countries. Para Nooyi, Indra Nooyi's daughter, was 1 year senior to me in Dartmouth. Given the population that we have, some percentage of Indians are bound to outshine in the world. But there will always remain a large part of India that will remain uneducated or with ill-formed mind. Even though they're educated, but with ill-formed mind, not well-formed mind. A mind that is envious, jealous, reflective of crab mentality, and they will fail. Not because they topped classes, because they did not understand the meaning of life, meaning of feeling, meaning of growing, and what is growth. IIT graduates getting jailed for giving rape threats on social media. It's not a story. It's a fact now. And that is exactly how our demographic dividend will turn into a demographic disaster. Whenever you are handling the school education department, do not think of it as punishment posting the way it is considered to be. Some of my friends who have been district collectors, they think that school education is a punishment posting. Perhaps it's the mindset that has crippled us in realizing the dream of India's second president. That posting will perhaps be the most important posting in the world. The problem with India is indeed this: wrong people occupying important positions. The day we have good people occupying important positions, what will they do? They will create right incentive structures. And with those right incentive structures, you will attract the best of the best talents. Today, America succeeds. Why? Because India's best talent is going to America. That talent works for Google, Microsoft, Apple, and many other companies in Bay Area. I'm dedicating my 30s to this mission. And I hope you all take forward that legacy. Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was absolutely correct. Teaching indeed forms the backbone of any nation and will form that backbone. Since 1962, we have been honoring 5th September as Teachers' Day in India, in letters. But now is the time that we honor this day also in spirits.